Everyone, I hope everybody is fine at home in this scorching summer. So as it's summer, how can you forget to make ice cream? That's a mandatory dish to make at home. So today we are going to make a ice cream by using some stabilizers, and the flavor of the ice cream, it's not going to be a regular one, but I'm going to give a little twist to it, and I'm going to use a really, maybe it will sound a little weird to some of you, but trust me, the ice cream will be super delicious. I'm going to flavor ice cream with kokum. Yes, you heard it right, it's kokum. Kokum is a Maharashtrian souring agent which is a household for all Maharashtrian homes, and it is available throughout the year in all the homes. So I'm going to use kokum as a flavoring agent to ice cream, and ice cream will be sweet of course, but little hint of a kokum and little tangy. Kokum will give little tanginess to it. So let's see what are the ingredients and what are the things we need to make ice cream. So these are the ingredients. We are going to use a fresh cream. This is the fresh cream, not milk, which is 500 ml of fresh cream. Then we have 125 grams of sugar. You can use powder sugar, but grain sugar is perfect, no problem. Then we have condensed milk, which is 200 ml, 75 ml of milk, 1 tablespoon of corn flour. Stabilizer, we have GMS, glyceryl monostearate, which will act as an emulsification agent. It will emulsify all the ingredients together and it will make ice cream smooth. We are going to use 1 tablespoon of GMS powder. CMC, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose. This will act as a stabilizer for the ice cream. It will stabilize all the ingredients, and we are going to use 1/4 teaspoon of CMC powder. Then our secret ingredient and the flavoring agent of the ice cream, kokum. You can see nice pink color of kokum syrup, and there is a kokum skin and a rind as well. So I am going to chop this up, and you can, if it is too thin, we are going to reduce it and add it as a flavoring agent to the ice cream. This we are going to use approximately 100 ml of it. So to start with, we are going to use the milk first. So there is a milk. Then we are going to use the powder, CMC powder, then GMS powder, one tablespoon of cornstarch. So GMS is 1 tablespoon, cornstarch is 1 tablespoon, and CMC powder is 1/4 teaspoon, and 75 ml of milk. Mix all this powder with milk and keep it on side for a while. So our powders are already mixed with the milk. So our next step is, we'll take a fresh cream. We'll add 125 grams of sugar to half liter of fresh cream and 125 grams of sugar. Then 200 ml of condensed milk. Everything will mix together. We'll mix together and put it on flame. This is the idea. Mix it properly, and we are going to put this on the flame. So we are going to put this on the flame, condensed milk, sugar and fresh cream mixture on flame, and we will cook it until it just about to boil. We are not going to boil it, but just until it about to boil. The mixture is about to boil, almost about to boil. Stirring continuously is really important, otherwise the mixture will stick to the pan, and you need to use a heavy and thick bottom pan to cook this mixture, and make sure you are stirring it continuously. Our stabilizer, cornstarch and milk mixture is also ready. Stabilizers are already soaked up, and we will wait for one more boil, and we will add the stabilizer and milk mixture to the cream mixture. You can see it is almost about to boil now, but make sure you are stirring it continuously, otherwise it will stick to the bottom, which will give bad taste to the ice cream. So we'll put on slow flame, and we will add the milk and stabilizer mixture and mix it. And we need to cook this stabilizer and cornstarch mixture until mixture boil, until it get 1 or 2 boil, or say 1 to 2 minutes, by stirring it continuously. You can see mixture is turning nice thick, and you can see the change in the color. So this is how we are expecting to cook. Make sure you are stirring. I'm repeating again and again. You need to stir it continuously so that it should not stick to the pan. The consistency of the liquid, which are homogeneously mixed and cooked, well cooked together, but they are very hot. This cannot go into the freeze. It will affect your freeze. So need to be cooled down at room temperature by stirring it in between. Otherwise there will be a skin formation on top. We don't want that. So in between stir it, and once it's cooled down, we need a plastic airtight container. So we'll transfer this to the airtight container and we'll keep this ice cream in the freezer for 8 to 10 hours or better overnight. And there in the freezer it is going to set for 10 hours, and then your base is ready. Now the next step is flavor. So once the base is nice frozen in the fridge, take it out, churn it into the mixer or hand blender, whatever is comfortable, and then add flavor into it. So we are going to add flavor as a kokum. You can flavor this base ice cream by numerous flavors like chocolate or mango, vanilla or mint, whatever XYZ comes to your mind, your favorite flavor. After the setting and churning, you can add flavor, and again we will put back into the same container and we will set again for 8 to 10 hours in the freezer. So after 12 hours or overnight of freezing ice cream in the freezer, this is how the ice cream look. Perfectly frozen. You can see the volume is still same, but once we churn one more time today and put it back in the freezer to set one more overnight or 12 hours or 8 hours, the volume will gradually increase because of the churning, and there won't be any water droplets or the crystals. That's how the ice cream, the quality of ice cream is better when there are no crystals in the ice cream. That's how our ice cream will be creamy. So it will take at least 2 days to finish the ice cream. 1 day to make, 1 day to put it in the freezer and set it, churn it and put it back with flavor into the freezer, and that's how the ice cream will be ready in 2 days. So you need to plan accordingly whenever you are making an ice cream. So let's churn this in the blender, or I'm going to use a food processor. You can use hand blender, you can use a whatever is available at your home, you can use that to churn the ice cream. So let's go for churning. So this is kind of a mix together nicely. You can see it is kind of a defrosted little bit, but before you churn, the ice cream should be in the frozen form. That you need to remember. Do not churn ice cream when it is in a liquid form. It's very important step. Mix it and put it in a food processor. Churn on low speed first. Do not churn it over a high speed. It will affect your ice cream. So the churning should be at low speed initially. You can see the churning of ice cream at low speed. That is how it should be. So you can see ice cream has churned very nicely. You can see aeration, increase in volume, and also the color has changed to pale. That's the sign that your ice cream has churned. So there are air bubbles. Ice cream has turned into a liquid form, and the color has changed to pale. So this is how your base of the ice cream is ready. Now it's time to add flavor. So I'm going to flavor our ice cream, as I said yesterday, kokum. So I've used kokum syrup. You can use kokum syrup or kokum crush, and then I have few pickled kokum fruit which I have chopped finely. It will give a nice bite to the ice cream while you eat. This is not a artificial color. This color has come from kokum. Kokum gives very nice pink color to the dish. So we are going to add this kokum syrup one more time to flavor it. We will reserve a little bit to put on top later, and we'll give quick change. You can see the change in the color. I am not going to cover it as it will not come out, not to worry, on the slow speed. Very nice light pink color has come, natural color. We are not going to add any artificial color. Especially I don't like to add artificial color to my food. I never add artificial color. I believe in natural food colors. You can see the ice cream has turned out really well. You can see the air bubbles and creamy ice cream, and also the volume of the ice cream, which was half container before, now it's 3/4. So that thing has risen, and you can see the air bubble, and that's how the volume comes because of the air churning. And while churning, the air get trapped, and the volume of the ice cream come with that. So before we put into the freezer, we just put little syrup on top to give little effect. So these are the kokum pieces, small kokum pieces I have chopped from the kokum sweet pickle, and then pink color from the kokum syrup. So we'll just give kind of a marbled effect to the ice cream. So put syrup from top like this and just swirl it little bit. You can see the color effect, the marbling effect. Now before it get disturbed, we'll just put back into the freezer, and we will freeze this for 10 to 12 hours or better overnight before we serve the ice cream. So we will see the ice cream how it get before we do the presentation, and also we will see the presentation of ice cream tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Okay, after 2 days of setting, churning and setting in the fridge again, my ice cream must have been set now. We'll see how it has come, and we'll see the presentation of the ice cream as well. Wow, creamy, nicely set, ready to go now. So we'll see the presentation of the ice cream. About ice cream, we need ice cream scooper. So I don't have that at home. So I'm using a ladle, and it need to be deep into the hot water so that the finishing of the ice cream will come better. So we'll see. Wow, look at the nice creamy ice cream which has come out. We'll scoop out in an ice cream cup, and we'll take out one more scoop. Lovely. So we can present it. We'll drizzle some more kokum syrup on top just to add little color. Some more, and little kokum, pickled kokum, and then I have few wafer biscuit which I'm going to use it. Isn't it looking gorgeous? Kokum ice cream, the homemade kokum ice cream is ready to go.